Jonathan, your under-20s had a long journey north to Ross County today, and you drew one each. Give us your thoughts on those 90 minutes.
I thought it was quite a good level of game at this level. I thought both teams were strong, and you could tell there was more like a first team game than a 20s game, and that was pleasing. And I think a lot of, especially the first team, got a lot out of it. And I spoke to their manager as well, their assistant manager after the game, and he was really pleased with the way the game was at the pace it was played.
Yeah, right. Both teams, ramped full of first teams. That's kind of in contrast to some of the other games you maybe had in recent weeks, where I remember for the Thistle game you and I spoke afterwards actually, and you said it was more like a youth game. This one, much more like a first team, and you're going to get that with first team players, I suppose.
You do, and the one thing that happened in this game actually, because both teams were quite good at pressing and stopping from playing it from the back, so there was actually quite a lot of longer balls, and there was a lot of aerial battles. They played with a good striker, which I thought our two centre-half handled really well. The big boy Jervis, and I thought it was a very combative game, and I enjoyed watching it. And I thought overall probably a draw was a fair result, but I think with a little bit of luck we could have won it.
Yeah, you mentioned that it was stalemate at half-time, but Stephen Higgins put your side ahead, and a fantastic goal from him.
It was a good goal. It was a really good goal. We won the ball in midfield, and they played a nice 1-2 with Leachy. And a strike from almost 30 yards that went in, and he's got that in his locker. He's a really good finisher, and it's good to see him. He's gained some confidence in the last few weeks, and he played some really good games.
The big difference could have been the chance that came right afterwards. You could have made it 2-0 almost, right away. 2-0, do you think would have won you the 3 points if you got to that stage?
I think so. I think at that time the game was there to be won. I think they pushed a little bit forward. The fullbacks that hadn't been that offensive so far, they started pushing on a bit, and they left 1 for 1 or 2 for 2 up front. So I think if we score then, I think we win. But unfortunately, they had, from their point of view, a good goal and good equaliser. And I felt after that it was very little in the game.
Could you have done any better at the goal, or sometimes you have to hold up your hands to the opposition at times?
Yeah, you have to hold up hands. He did well, the winger. Craney, first teamer, took Hammy on and lifted into the box, and it was a bit. The ball bounced around a bit, and it fell to their striker, who finished well from 5-6 yards. It was nothing. It's one of those goals you'd take. Maybe we could have cleared it a little bit better, but otherwise than that, it was a good finish from their point of view.
You mentioned Stevie Hamill. It's his second consecutive 90 minutes for the 20s. He also had a 45 minutes in a bounce game on Friday. How do you assess how he's doing, and is he nearing first team action, do you think?
I thought he did well today. I thought he was a leader in the dressing room before. It was nice to have him with us. I thought he played well. He played himself into the game, and of course he was not doing too much in the beginning, but after that he got more and more into the game, and I felt he defended really well. And saying that Ross County played with 5 of the top 6 players were played a lot in the SPFL this season, so I thought he did really well today, Hammy.
St Francis Angle also played, but he had to come off at half time. Is that cautionary, or Zane had a little bit of response?
I don't know. He felt a bit stiff. He stretched after the game before the game, and he came off at half time. Nothing went really badly, I think, but I think it's too early to say on that one. But it was it made us change the team around a little bit half time. But I think it was good for Craig McCall getting a game in half time, and he did well when he came on.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you.